And yeah, you guys were telling me about this earlier as well. It's really strange that this is now a thing, but apparently we now have colored archers. Why would that be a thing? Alright, so the reason why I'm so surprised by this is now that if this is actually true, and it appears to be true, because we're past April Fools, we're 9 days past of it, why would they split off archers from the Colourless group? The thing is, archers were a pretty decent class, but they really needed to stay in Colourless because Colourless couldn't really. It was basically Brave Lyn and Bridal Cordy carrying the way. Now, of course, there's other archers in that, but you know those two were the dominant archers. Now it's gonna be split off into 3 other colors as well. So I'm not sure. The biggest advantage of Colourless archers was that they had no they were unaffected by the weapons triangle. However, as is now, it gets kind of awkward. So things like Gronraven, right? Gronraven, TA Gronraven is no longer an archer counter, right? TA Gronraven. I haven't given my Inigo TA, but that's what he's gonna. Sorry, Gronraven, but he's also gonna be TA Gronraven. Bowbreaker is unaffected, but that's the thing. Gronraven is now no longer a true effective archer counter. This increases the usage and necessity of heroes like Leo, actually. Leo, where it specifically targets bows, then it would make a difference. Wow, but I don't know why they would do that change. This game didn't need that, in my opinion. This actually makes it a lot harder on mages too. I guess the mage meta might have been too much. Now, as we all know, mages typically have lower defense, and if the archer can have color advantage, and by virtue of that also take less damage, they would be more useful in the current meta. But that also hints towards like tons and tons and tons of more archers coming to the game.
No.
It makes, what I'm trying to say is the new archers will be a lot better in the current meta, in these versus mages, and I'll try and like weaken how good mages are in this game. My only issue with that is that adds an entire new dynamic that a lot of builds are now not as good as a result. Gronraven, TA Gronraven is no longer a true counter. For example, if it was a red archer versus Bowbreaker, there is a chance, you know, Cecilia just gets one-shotted instead.
Simply ask.
We did Gronraven TA because it also lowered the damage that we took from those archers. But now, that archer can just bypass Gronraven, essentially. Like, if we did TA Gronraven with Bowbreaker, if that archer is red, we just die in one shot. So that's the only issue I have with all that, is that a lot of the builds that were built are no longer as effective. That's strange. Huh. Okay, well, that's something that's coming in the future. We'll see it. Probably pretty soon, within the month. Usually when they do something like that, it's within the month.